Hey everybody, welcome back to Blue Line Garage. My name is David, and basically what we're going to be doing on this episode is we're going to be changing the shocks and struts. Now I ended up picking up some mid-brand shocks and struts, as you could see here, by Unity. I got it off of eBay. I would say maybe just over 200 bucks. Now the shocks and struts are on this car, which is a Volvo XC70. You could hear it while you're driving. You could hear little creaking, especially when you go over speed bumps or potholes. I mean, even tapping the side of the tire, you could hear how loose it is. You hear that pinging? So you actually hear that while you're driving. Now, it doesn't mean that anything is actually physically loose. It's just basically the shocks and stuff just lost a little bit of gas. It's old. It needs to be replaced, and that's what we're going to be doing. And I'm going to be showing you how to do that. So first, what I'm going to end up doing is loosening up the bolts here, jacking the car up, taking the tire off, opening up the hood, and I'm going to break down how to remove the shock from the vehicle safely, sufficiently, and basically that's what we're going to do. So stay tuned. I'm basically just going to show you one each. So I'm going to do the front and I'm going to do the back. I'm not going to show you the whole process of changing all four of them, just one each, so you guys could do it at home as well. So stay tuned and let's get going. Okay, so first thing is first is we're going to jack the car up safely. Make sure you got jack stands. We're going to loosen these bolts up and we're going to take the tire off. So let's get that done. Okay, just like that, we got the tire off. I can see the shock right here. What I want to do now is open up the hood and prep the top end to remove this. And I'm going to basically show you everything that you need to remove to get this out and put the new one in. Okay, so now once you got the hood open, you want to access the top of the shock, which is actually right in this section here. So we got to open up this cover. So let's go ahead and see if we could go ahead and do that. Okay, so once you get this off, most likely you're gonna just have to lift it up and then access the bolts from underneath. So it's a little difficult to see, but we're gonna have three, one here, and one here. All you have to do when we get to that point is just unbolt these three, okay? All right, guys, so now once you got the tire off, what you wanna do is you wanna disconnect the stabilizer link right here. So what we're gonna be doing is taking this bolt off, but there's pressure on this. So what I like to do is I like to put a jack, you guys can see down here, and what that does is that it actually lifts up the suspension enough where there's no pressure on this and this should come off fairly easy. So let's go ahead and take this bolt off and I kind of show you what's going on. Bam. Okay, so now once you got the stabilizer link off, another thing here for these brake lines, they just slide off right here. So just pull them out. There you go, and just kind of leave it off to the side. And that's pretty much it. The only thing left now is we have one other bolt on the side. I'm going to show you on this side here. And that basically squeezes this shaft here with the knuckle. And you can see the bolt right there. So we're going to go ahead and take this off next. Alright guys, so like I showed you before, get this cover off and you're going to want to lift up to get underneath it, but we're going to basically take off the bolts from on top of the spring there. And basically I'm going to do that for all three, and then we're going to go underneath and try and slide it out. Okay, so now we unbolted the top. Now it's still not ready to come out. As you could see, it's not loose at all. because behind this knuckle, you're gonna see there's actually a split. Where is it? Right here. There's a split right here. It's kind of hard to see it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a chisel. So I got a chisel here, and I'm gonna put it right between that slit, and it's gonna open it up, where now it's gonna loosen this up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Sometimes you wanna turn the steering wheel to kind of turn this to the side, and then you could get easy access to it. Most likely that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. All right, so like I said, I moved that steering wheel, and this is my chisel I got in there, and you can see the slit a little bit better because I got some light back here. And as soon as I did that, you can see this thing's already loose and ready to come out. So let me go ahead and do that and show you guys. Hopefully it comes out fairly easy. The first one I did kind of was a little rough, but let's see what we get. And you're gonna have to push down on it. You might need to get a second buddy to push down, put his foot on there and push it down. All right, guys, so basically I went ahead and put the shock back together the way we removed it. Everything is looking good. The only thing left is to put the tire back on, get it for a test drive, and we should be good to go. Okay, so to replace the rear strut, you want to jack up the rear end, of course, and then you want to take the tire off to access the strut. So let's go ahead and get this tire off. Okay, so now once you got the tire off, you got the strut right here, and there's going to be a bolt on the lower end. And I'm going to show you where that kind of what that looks like right back there. So we're going to take that bolt out. All right, so again, this is the strut right here, and you're gonna have two bolts, one here, one here. So we're gonna go ahead and unbolt this, and then we should be able to unbolt the strut off of the bracket here. So let's go ahead and take a look at that and see what it looks like. Everyone, that should be a wrap on how to change your shocks and struts on the Volvo XC70. It is absolutely a game changer when you're able to change your own, and the money that you save is phenomenal. Hopefully this video helps you out. My son does have something to tell you guys, so here he is. Come on.
Okay, fine.
Here he is. What do you have to say, son?
Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. And be sure for my dad to get 10 million subscribers.
Bam, you heard it. Get me 10 million subscribers. All right, that's about it. Have a good one, and see you on the next one.